Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should. A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling, shrilly screams. They'll sneak from their sarcophagus and just won't leave you be. Spirits, supernatural, or shy, what's all the fuss? The bags of bones seem so unsafe, it's semi-serious. Spooky, scary skeletons, our city all the same. They'll smile and scrabble slowly by and drive you so insane. Sticks and stones will break your bones, they seldom let you snooze. Spooky, scary skeletons will wake you with a boo.
Hello. All right. So, time for some more phoenixing. I don't know if my voice is ready for this, but here we are. I'm dressed semi-professional as well. Not that professional. It's very plaid. I could feel like the man Mondo. Hello. I feel like I could be in one of those lawyer movies where like it's like the fashionable lawyer. Hello, I see. And that was the end of that thought. I just realized with the headphones, I'm very purple right now. Alright, we've actually been doing kind of okay with this case as of late. But you know, there's always time to mess it up. Like a Disney... Yes! Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Like a Disney Channel lawyer movie. Exactly. That's what I'm dressed like. Not like a real one. Like if I busted in to a law office looking like this, they'd be like, why are you so purple? I'm like the purple version of the girl is Clue? Clueless. I obviously didn't watch movies. Maybe Clue and Clueless. Sorry, I'm like doing too many things at once. There we go. Alright, there we go. And then... The problem is when I first open this game, it opens in a corner. You can't see. Oh. Sorry. Continue. But I have to fight it to get it to not be in a corner. It's usually not until it's in. I have to get in the game and then. Oh! Wait, it worked. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't analyze any of this at all. Oh god. Oh god, wait. Let's get the game up there though. Okay, I'm ready. We're here for it. I'm almost ready. I have milk and I want to drink it. So he gave his testimony. So after leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on the masked door just like that. Hold it. Oh, you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Where did you watch all this from? From the door to the bathroom with my left eye sort of sneaky spy-like? I knew he was spying. Why is he spying, though? Does it really matter what he was doing it over, or if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's what I care to know. Say something. We already know he's guilty, but we just have to, like, push it off. I said, hold it! Okay, I'm being so rough. That's better! What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. So yeah, right now I'm essentially trying to waste time. Is the whole deal. We ask him only one question at a time. So what's this something? If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling this something, would I? Something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. Partial information. Please try to remember what it was. Try. Another point, namely what the bellboy did next. After he gave the person inside the room the thing. Okay. Let me press this again so I get the other statement. We're trying to waste optimal time. Okay, and then I want to say the same thing. Ask about the person inside. Took this something the bellboy handed off. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. You said we didn't see the person's face? I'd like to summarize this testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. Seems like Edgeworth is also trying to help us lengthen this. It's like, let's summarize what we've learned up until this point. Okay. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There he handed a small item to some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. It was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Please try to remember what the bellboy handed off. Remember, please add it to your testimony. Some sort of wooden statue? Is that new? That seems new. Statue. Like one, I guess. Is that the actual thing again? If I would remember, you know? Trust your instinct on it and take a chance. Do I have something statuesque? This is significantly too large to be it. But the only thing I think could be confused with the statue is its little figurine. Alright, I'm gonna have to go back on that though. What did the bellboy do after that? Just left that going into the room. Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. On Guard's room? Opened the door to Viola Hall, went in there, and who knows after that, right? I do. Into the ballroom and then back to my seat. So we know he went to kidnap Maya, which is why Maya's apparently kidnapped. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or out of the ordinary at that time? I saw that one thing. There was this jittery alien with a ray gun. He was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker. I think we can forget about the alien. Since baby's his first, a little troublesome, but I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. That just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Lose the situation. We want Maya wants us to make sure he gets in trouble for this, right? She's like, if you let him get out of this, I'm gonna hate you forever. But she's still kidnapped. Wooden statue. It cannot be anything but fair. I have nothing statue-like. And wooden. Done.
Objection!
Pregnant pause? What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, I have to. I don't know what's gonna happen. Mr. Powers, there's something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt on Guard's mansion. At the defendant's house? What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley, the killer, assassinated Juan Carita in his room, and then he stole his wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Ungard's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor, Mr. Matt Ungard is DeKiller's client. Why the bear? What's special about this wooden bear? Order, order, order. I said order. Wait a second. It's the most unfortunate turn of events for you. Wait. A wooden bear-shaped figurine. It's covered in many thin cuts. So, I'm assuming before it wouldn't be considered covered in these thin cuts? Is the note hidden inside and that's what Matt wanted? Like, I'm wondering if it was just like, the idea was like trying to cut it out, but there's thin cuts. So is it like there's a compartment that you need to use some sort of knife to jimmy open and that's what he's trying to do? I'm wondering. It's alright, your judgment was sound. I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. You knew about it too? I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen, I have to do something. It has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Edgeworth? No. We can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright. What questionable point would you like to explore further? Save. Revert itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright? It was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Okay, I did not put that together. I was just like, Powers is fine, and we already know it was Ungard. Like, received it, so... Oh, I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took this bear to his mansion. That's very true. We didn't consider that point Mr. Wright. Yeah, good thing Wright thought of it, because I did not. There was no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Objection!
Disaster averted. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ungard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was DeKiller. DeKiller and Ungard were working together, so to speak. And DeKiller was hiding at Ungard's mansion as his butler. But okay, you could I mean, we already know it's very much the fact that Ungard hired DeKiller. But Shelly DeKiller, I don't know, it's Shelly. But you could make the argument that DeKiller knew Ungard was not going to be home and that he got arrested, so he could just have chosen to hide there anyway. Because obviously the arrested homeowner's not going to be there. The bear figurine was brought back to Ungard Mansion by DeKiller himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Ungard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. Too much, isn't there anything I can attack at all? Find something else? I plan to what? Save! Expose a clearly shaky plan in Mr. Powers' testimony. What? There's still another one? There's still indeed, Your Honor, and it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? What is the questionable point we'd like to explore further? We don't know who received the bear, right? Let's just do all these. There's one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that's very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of. Ah! Does he know? Does he remember? Or is that— what is it, Mr. Powers? If you're gonna scream it like that, at least give us a good reason why. Oh yeah, sorry, actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm, it was a mechanical thing, right? But we already know the girl wore the suit. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it. You've got to be kidding. Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? You couldn't realize that a robot arm was the one accepting the bear? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Order, order, it looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that? I've lost count. The person who took this little bear was the Nickel Samurai, and as we all know, Matt and Guard is the Nickel Samurai. We also know that the girl was wearing it, though. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. I think it's clear the client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt and Guard. I see no reason for this trial to continue, therefore I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. I'm gonna save just in case. I'm guessing I'm just gonna sit here, but something's gonna happen. You see, Mr. Wright? You could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? What do I do? What should I do? Raise an objection.
Objection!
There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons why I believe my client is the assassin's client. We have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he had accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Guard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. It's gonna be the girl. It has to be the girl. Because she would have access to Matt's house and was wearing the outfit. The outfit's the biggest. The real client? Yes. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, therefore the real murderer? It's gonna be her. Adrian Andrews.
Take that!
Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt and Guard for the crime by wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume. Then the Nickel Samurai arm that I saw, that could have very well been Mrs. Andrews. Miss Andrews. About Mr. Guard, if you would recall from yesterday's testimony, the defendant was taking a nap during the break period. Finding this figure at Mr. Guard's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. What is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, besides which, there's no evidence to support it. However, I cannot fully discount its possibility either. This trial, come on, anyone can tell. I can go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else. Unbelievable is guilty. This is save Maya. This is save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order, order, order. All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it's strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did especially bring that bear to a guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely, and I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. Would that be Miss Adrian Andrews herself bringing her back? I feel like this bear opens. The court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. I'm like, ha ha ha, God. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage, don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt on to Adrian. I swear this demon will pay! Mr. Nick, Pearls, where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. Mr. Nick, your phone is from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Oh, that's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but what? We don't have any more time. If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent! Oh, a tent? I could see a circus tent. Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. It was Maya that called you away. She was locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal, the very big circus. Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map, about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry. And? I can see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? Okay, sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her, an old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck! I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Okay, not to be, like, kind of mean about it, but it's actually only technically been, like, 1 day. Are you right, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Well, now we can leave. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises: why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution called the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of the murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before? That's right, it's only natural the witness has. Miss Andrews, would you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? Alright. Why does she... The bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. The note has to be inside. This figurine is a container of sorts? Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? This is superb craftsmanship. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. There really was something to that bear after all. Can we open it? I want to open it. It definitely has a note inside. This is an elaborate puzzle. Oh, god damn it.
Hold it!
Puzzle. Oh, my bad. That's right. It looks like an ordinary figurine. What kind of puzzle is this exactly? You can open it, take it apart one piece at a time. So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? You turn its tail to the right, then push it in. Yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. What's interesting... Oh, don't mind me. He's lost it. What do you find after you take the puzzle apart? you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. This was a present from you? It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it'd be perfect for Juan. This is from Miss Andrews. Here's testimony. The judge's gonna open it, right? How to solve the puzzle? 2 of us, Juan and myself. Souvenir from Switzerland. I doubt there are many people with the same bear in this country. Looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. It's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. But they really knew out of Gabby. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? Never told anyone, and as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the 2 of us knew. 2 of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Ngard didn't know, right? Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have to come to realize that there's only one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is, this bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we've agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is, what's inside the box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we're going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence. All eyes on Miss Andrews as she now solves the puzzle and takes apart the bear. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. It's the note. I don't think we need to guess at what this is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. Suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Carita's former manager, Celeste Intax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Carita himself. It seems Celeste Intax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order, witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What's written on the note? That's right, at least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it's only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Intax left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Ngard. About being engaged to Carita and Ngard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all. Again, both of the guys were technically awful. And that's all Miss Intax had to say. There's only one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ngard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Not Ngard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. It's Ngard's fault that the woman killed herself. And this time he even went as far as to kill someone to stop him from feeling bad. How terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain the suicide note. The only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear was the note in note was found. If the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know, I have to carry on and buy him some more time. There are 2 deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of the situation using one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry. Note of the figurine. Time to save! Okay, the note of the figurine. What should I pursue? It's my court record. The bear's done.
Objection!
Hello, Casey. That lawyer. Everyone hates me. He's still going at it? It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. They were way less mad at Edgeworth for trying to get actual killers off the hook and kill innocent people. I think Your Honor believes that Matt got killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. That seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say Matt and Guard could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Wow, I didn't think of it that way either. I don't want to set the world on fire? Why is there a risk of you setting the world on fire, Miyako? I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Order, order, order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth. You are in bed? Sounds very nice. What is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. It's an Ink Spots song? I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt and Guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of identifying each other's weaknesses. So I have the one that Guard put in Juan's room, but I'm guessing this is the one that Juan put in on Guard's room. The victim, Juan Kurita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt. Oh, no, it is the same one? Okay, never mind. I don't know. How he knows. Mr. Wright. Mr. Honor? You don't tell me you knew your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. He has the access to the company bug sweeper, though. Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. On guard's fingerprints were on there. Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? Unless it's to save that evidence. I mean, technically spying isn't murder, it's just spying. So, like, that's what you could say, I guess. I think this is the end. It is fairly obvious that Mr. Ungard learned of the suicide note through this. How often does he take it out, though, and then read it? What, like read it out loud? He's watching the victim all along. How good of quality is that camera? Oh, can you counter that? Maybe, how can the camera see it that well? Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy? Shush, stop. Don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so, ew, nasty. Phoenix. Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Is running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. What did he forget? There's a piece of evidence he should really investigate. I'd really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all the time? I understand everything. You don't have any further objections, do you? Let's save, scum! I have no idea. What is this piece of evidence? Can't let it go. I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Just in time for some scumming. Hello, Regis. Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Isn't that what I just said? You're telling me I forgot something? You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Set to report the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour. Starting to remember. Let's stick together. Let's be the spy camera or the transmitter. I have the spy camera first, I would assume. Recording, start recording time maybe? How's Durin doing? Did you give him enough alcohol to go unconscious? No, he was like sick. Like we went to dinner and he was fine at first. And then like a little, like partway through, he's like, oh, we were trying to like try things. He's like, I don't know if we should like share drinks or anything though, cause I'm sick. And I was like, you what? He's like, yeah, I'm just like, but I'm fine. But I'm like, he's like, I'm fine. But like I was sick, you know, I don't want to get you sick. And then like 3 hours in, he just starts getting, like, the voice changed and looking like he's starting to die actively in front of me. So I was like, okay, let's, like, leave, and I'm just gonna give you a bunch of medicine. And so I basically gave him a bunch of Chinese medicine that tastes like dirt, and then wrapped him up in my thickest, sweatiest blanket. It's clean, but, like, you know, keep the body heat up. And fed him a bunch of tea until he felt better. And felt better as in was just about to wipe the fuck out and left my house at like 5 a.m. to go to sleep. And now he's definitely still currently on a plane back to California. Can't feel bad if you can't be conscious. Okay, Edgeworth. Yes, I do believe some special examination is needed, but I think the item should be examined. That should be examined as defense as gray matter. Did I mess up? I failed. Then the transmitter. There's only 2 things I know connected. Whoops. I have no idea then. Option load. Save scum. I physically cannot let it go. Here, we're gonna save. Here, actually, just in case I messed up or something.
Objection!
I'm trying to save closer. Alright, I'm trying to save closer and closer. Surely, oh, this is perfect actually. Really same about this piece of evidence.
Take that!
Ah. I don't know. Examine more. Time for a load again. This? That is Miss Infax's suicide note, right? Who knows? Ah, okay, because I was thinking because they said I could bring to light that might be an issue too. For sure the suicide note was found inside the bear, but this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Infax or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting. Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to commit this murder on Mr. Engard. Who is to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Call the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. You left this note, didn't you? Notice you could frame Matt and God. Use it to frame. This sucks because we all know it's not true. And that Matt Odgaard's awful. I didn't know such a thing. Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, for this court some evidence to support your theory. You're the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is as the defense has stated, the handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis is my butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. And God is guilty. Look, an idiot. Any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty, 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 guilty. Oh my god, I finally got the call. What is that sound? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him? What's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? Yeah, he got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? I found his hideout, pal, but the two of them were already gone! This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty, 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 guilty. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh. What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after this. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch!
Take that!
Take that! Oh my god, it's just a little picture of the phone spinning. Mr. Edgeworth. Please, you've got to buy us some more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor, you're saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor. But I am reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Dude, why does Gumshoe suck? It really... Oh. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Edgeworth? I heavily request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? I can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe I can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. Okay, if she wasn't getting water for 3 days, this would be a problem. If she's not getting food for 3 days, she's technically fine. And although it does suck for her, I will admit, and yes. But, like, giving yourself only 30 minutes in a timeline versus, like, another whole day might technically be a bit better. And we will not allow another recess. The court will now take its final recess of the day. Right, well, what's going on with my situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Oh. They found her! No. Beep. Report! Ah, is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed them, sir, but the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? Ho ho ho, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left for me right now, and I'm on my way over. No, don't on your way over! Don't on your... Find Maya for the love of dick! Japanese people are built different, need more food. That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. I don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran? What? What? I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'd be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get him in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Items left by the murderer, huh? Decisive end. Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. Did he get it in an accident? No one can stop. What happened? Sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help. We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. If we don't get those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there's a way we can find where he is, then we stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? No, any way to find out where he is exactly at this moment. There is a way. Let's right, there is a way. I mean, there has to be. How? I'm sure we can find out where he is through this. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't fucking... Translator doesn't make sense. Am I supposed to say no?
Take that!
Oh, another mock trial. Oh, maybe I failed. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. What I'm doing now is pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent. Using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defensive attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff? This phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely emergent. Extremely... well, I don't know. Think hard about what it is you must do. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... It's nothing, Your Honor. Oh, Edgeworth. Looks like something unexpected just happened. What's the handwriting analysis? Unfortunately... is a forgery! Oh my god. Uno reverse card here. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It's a fake. Whose handwriting did it match? Even I'm shook. If it was not written by Impax, who wrote it? Look have been analyzed. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carita. What? Terrible people! They were literally so obsessed with their rivalry. They threw their lives away over it. Oh, shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, monitor. Come on! Why aren't you turning on? Fixed it. Except not really. No, no, no. RIP monitor. Oh, this is frozen for everyone else, just me. Camera dead? Candy? Why is this frozen? No! Let's deactivate. I'm gonna activate. Hello? I don't know what the hell just happened. Everything broke. I am eating candy though. Broke everything just so I could get some candy. More purple candy. Gotta keep the purple going. You see you just laughing and fix it. I just like literally disconnected, reconnected it. Like turning it off and on again thing. Okay, that's fine. I did it. What was I doing? Oh yeah, eating candy in the middle of my rant. I'm gonna take this blinked off too hot now. Again, literally, they let this rivalry kill them. Because then God clearly hired him to, like, stop the whatever that was happening, right? Which, the whole reason this girl killed herself was because On Guard was using her, I guess. But I think actually maybe that's not the case. And the reason why I think that's not the case maybe is this. He had that out on his table in his room. I think they're gonna try and pull some sort of Uno reverse thing with this. Where they know that he probably has the missing suicide note. And so he technically could forge whatever to try to bring down On Guard. But oh god, they're both so terrible. Like, On Guard's still clearly an asshole that like very obviously had Juan killed. He maybe did really love Celeste though, or maybe Celeste was gonna leave Juan, or maybe even Juan killed her. I don't know. But it's like the whole thing of whatever happened. She was with On Guard. He was clearly a playboy, whatever. Broke her heart. And then she left, went to Juan. Then they're about to get married, right? But On Guard rubs in Juan's face they used to date. But like, it's not like they were dating at the same time or something. It was a rivalry thing. They used to date. And then she dated Juan. And then they agreed to get married. But like, he couldn't handle the fact that she used to date his rival to the point that he just ended the engagement. And then in theory, she killed herself over it. But he kept the suicide note, which is her final words. And like technically the message she wanted to share. And has only appeared to try to use it to bring down On Guard. Real or not, he was using this idea of her suicide note and like potential real suicide note just to bring down his rival. Like, that's the level of respect her death got from him, was I'm gonna hide her suicide note from the world until I can use it to take down my rival. And I think it has to be some twist about like On Guard wasn't the bad guy, or you know, again, there's this photo that On Guard had with love from Celeste. Like, Revelation's gonna come out. But I don't know where I'm going with this. It's just both of these people suck. And Celeste was stuck in the middle of it. Who needs enemies with fiancés like this? I know. Mr. Kurita? I remember what I was saying. They're still rivals at the time, right? When she killed herself. And he intentionally held onto the note, which is why it makes it seem like the note was actually not good for Juan. Because if it really implicated on guard from the start, why wouldn't he just use it? Why wouldn't he let it come out? Why would he hold on to it unless it's actually not good for him? But then, because he lost to On Guard, he decided to forge this note to then try to bring him down anyway. It looks like Miss Impact never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything. However, indeed fake. Mr. God could not have known it was fake. He plotted to possess it. The theory that Guard has no idea the suicide note was fake. Seem a little wrong with it. As evidence. This will be the photo. Believes the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts the theory. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known that it was a fake. It has to be this photo. What's your response? I believe that even more important than finding out if the note is real or not. Is whether the attorney badge pinned on that man's chest is real. That failed. Okay, Mia, you could tell me the goddamn answer instead of speaking in fucking riddles all the time. Don't be a goddamn bitch! You'd say something earlier to the effect of the defendant had spied on Mr. Credo's private life. I believe this would mean that he would have known about the note as well. Yes, and so naturally, this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the note was a fake. Order, I'll see here, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I was the one who thought of the spying thing. Jumping in and stealing my thunder like that is simply, I can't even describe it. Ah, yes, sorry. I could have even bragged about embarrassing Mr. Edgeworth to my grandchildren had you not. Am I gonna get... I'm getting a penalty for that? I couldn't even control it. What? If only I'd kept my mouth shut. I guess that's the penalty for speaking before? Maybe? The defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Okay. Evolving theory. Even though On Guard's a dick, maybe he ordered the death of Juan, murder of Juan, because of Celeste killing herself and him blaming Juan, and then finding out that he was going to be doing this fake suicide note thing. Maybe it could just be like a revenge plot. Because the picture is very suspicious about like how caring it is and how prominent it was. The prosecution's theory was that Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was disappeared in thin air. But Your Honor, we'll save the losses, honestly, it's fine. It's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Credo 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote a note in place among Mr. On Guard didn't know of. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery in an unknown place? This looks like this time it is you has dug his own grave. As I figured, it all came down to this after all. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. On Guard's motive through the evidence, then I must prove it through another angle. The prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. However, this witness is a little unusual. like him at all? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the questions of who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder. Is it Mia? No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Or is it me? Who is this witness? It is the man himself, Mr. Shelley the killer. What? Shelley the killer? The assassin? Is coming here to the witness stand? In the manner of speaking, I recognize this is an very unusual circumstances, so I ask for your permission. Yes? Is it alright with you? Do you have a choice here? Not too much else to drag the trial. No other way left to us? Why would he be here? Name and occupation. Is it the... Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say! What's going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. This must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. This will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is the real Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. It's been 2 days, Maya. I understand. No, okay. I understand it's uncomfortable. I don't want to like roast on her for literally be starving and kidnapped. But it's like been 2 days and like this is a bit over dramatic for it. They act like she's gonna die from lack of food. Maybe thirsty. If she said if she was so thirsty, I would believe it. A voice, Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. It looks like we have run into another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances. There's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of the client, you killed Mr. Juan Carita, right? It is as you say, I did indeed kill Mr. Carita. I've answered to that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream, yes, that is right, a bad dream. What is he going to say? About my client. There's something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself, and that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Very clever man. He's mocking us. While maybe appear to be our enemy, he's only stating the truth. He's no hypocrite. He's always stood by this one belief. Trust between his clients and himself seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. No way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than— oh, damn it. I don't need to read these issues. You can hear anything you have to say later. Tell us your clients. I don't think you understand me. Please, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what in the world's first means? I'm gonna cross-examine that radio! Appears to be the witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. It's only because you don't know about my situation. Trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people in my face, it would be quite troublesome. If you're testifying in this manner, It's the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name. My clients can trust me. Can someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it did, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They'd certainly... That's enough, please no more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. That is the reason why I came here on this episode. It's so strange to me. You're about to tell us the name of your client. Why would you think this? I would think this is very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. So is he going to try to pin it on Adrian? This is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? The gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? Oh my god, threatening a judge. My class just regarding my identity. I was wondering about something you just said. You said the client had already broken the rules. The person who frames another is the worst kind of human. That's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. An assassin with a conscience. You think you can trust my logic? In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. Hey, Adrian. What is it? I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. You can't ask it, right? Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Frida? That person's name is... He's gonna say Adrian Andrews. Adrian Andrews. I know it. I knew it. What? Witness. That's not what you told me. That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I shouldn't think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be on the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name, Matt on guard, perhaps. This is outrageous. I was deceived. The witness is telling a very serious lie. She was the one who summoned this witness. You, Shelley DeKiller. My testimony is true. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is to help procure his acquittal. Wow, all of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility that the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitively of all, we've heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. DeKiller's client, who has requested the murder, was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it's obvious to me that this means Mr. Guard is innocent. They're calling for his guilt literally yesterday. Not even yesterday, like 30 minutes ago. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you've reached a verdict. We have to, like, reprove he's guilty. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, unguardedly found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. But Edgeworth is right. DeKiller is lying, and on guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, this prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley DeKiller is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everybody. Please, the testimony just now was just one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. Testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. Mr. Tequila himself testified, named you his client. No, that's not true. There's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife, the button, donning the silver nickel samurai costume. That's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impacts was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons you want them both dead. I know, Mr. Wright! You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story, who the real killer is. Tell them. Please help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? That is a... I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide, do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What? Or does the trial continue? Phoenix, I can't do it, Maya. I can't accept a not guilty. You're a lawyer, I know, but Matt Guard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than Guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that now I know the real truth. That I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on Guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Oh my gosh, secret love! Sorry. Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that I would be allowed to further question Mr. Tequila. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But, that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth, that is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at, and I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this great courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well, the trial will continue, Mr. Edgeworth. Please re-establish connection with Mr. Tequila. Right away, Your Honor. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a bit more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need from me? Hear what you know about the case. That's how things are usually done. What you haven't testified about now, Mr. Tequila. If you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? About my client part 2. As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of a crime. A client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. The act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. Turn of events. The 5th time now?
Objection!
Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? You still have a cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. It makes 2 of us.
Hold it!
If I'm in the wrong way, I'll raise suspicion. I don't want him to know that I'm extending it on purpose. Do something to waste more time. How much is your fee? I see you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. business. You want to kill me, you want me dead, don't you? What? Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty. I think most people wouldn't be able to look. I don't know. If I had problems with such a thing, I would be very effective at my job. I'll say this, even though I'm one of those clients, even though I'm the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. Their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. They run away from their guilt. Finding the knife in my business card. Make a point to make it as easy as possible. Yeah, okay, this is the thing. It's like, they leave the card so they know Mr. Shelley the killer killed them, right? But the whole point is they're an assassin for hire. Clearly someone had to hire them. Most clients wouldn't do such a thing. That is correct. An alibi. I have no intention of using your services. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? What, Judge, why do you think I want to kill you? In the beginning, that Juan Carito was dead. In the very beginning? Oops, that was a mistake. That is correct. From before my client visited the room. They know precisely what the situation is each time. What would the judge do to be so paranoid? He's just a ridiculous, like, man grandpa. Not man grandpa. What was I say, man child? Grandpa child? That's odd. Information and planting of the knife and button. So why do you think your client did that? And why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the scene of the crime anyway? I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Guard. If that's the case, why didn't the person just request that you do it? That is not possible. I don't frame other people. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and leave my business card behind naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall, that act is what I would refer to when I say the client had broken my rules. That's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. As in, you plan to continue? I must have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. How would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. It's also in the family. Are you really now? God, dude, Jesus Christ, Judge. What do you want to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true, however, you realize that it'll be very bad for a client, right? I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet.
Hold it! Hold it!
Nice.
Hold it!
Do such a thing.
Hold it!
Very beginning.
Hold it! Hold it!
I have one mild idea. Why pour the juice then? I'm gonna present the photo. You knew why pour the juice.
Objection!
No, but doesn't.
Objection!
Nope.
Objection!
There we go. Fine. I was right. It was the juice. It was the juice. It just wasn't the photo. Defy Mr. DeKiller. What is the meaning of that attitude? Sorry, I'm also lotioning my legs. If you can't tell it, that's what I'm doing. Why? Because I want some moist legs. It's winter. Get dry. When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Carita had been murdered. But how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. Glass? Mr. the killer's supposed client thought Mr. Carita had only fainted, which is why the glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? You don't need to put juice. That is not possible, Your Honor. It only put her in, I mean, it only implicated her. Oh, I clicked something. I mean, if I broke it. The glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Carita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Objection! Phoenix. If the killer figures out that what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Buy us more time. While I wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I've made window mistakes. I think the tabloid thing. Physically made a client, huh? First step to building trust. What's this tabloid? Lemon Midnight Rendezvous. See. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Maybe about a week ago. 1 week ago? Are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I of course had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, I hope you keep that in mind. Please stop. In any case, my client had a very specific date and time in mind. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss finalizing. Oh, dick! I'm skipping past everything and not pressing.
Hold it!
Did you ask why on that specific night? Oh. My mouse drifts to that corner. No, I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only have my suspicions. What are these suspicions? I request that night. So I'm sure it's also the bear. Bear? My client's one of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I'd like you to retrieve that item for me. Talking about the bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. Let him publicly disclose the contents at the press conference after all. That is correct, and if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony of any importance? There we go. Yes, it was so important. I made one thing clear, and that is the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Please continue with the testimony. I didn't get dinged for it. There's a certain bar to specify those few matters. You physically met Andrews, right? Oh, god damn it. Why is it drift there? Dot. Yes? Of course I did. What was that? What was that brief pause? Witness, I'd like you to give us a few more details. Why is that? My client myself above us when keep with the client looking in the eye. Very important. Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. DeKilla had met his client before the murder, then it is unlikely he is mistaken. He was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Be careful and relax. Your client was Adrian Andrews. God damn it. That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met. If they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Change this time around. Lost suspicion. Are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I of course have my own preparations. I was barely able to finish. One. Did I really? What do you mean by that? The question is, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? Only through talking with him face to face that I really trust him. That's when I thought I could trust this person with my. Said him, right? Is that the point? Include the statement you said just on testimony. That turned out correct. I couldn't stick to the rules, right? Adrian Andrews. He doesn't know Adrian's a girl. Oh my god. Shelley the Killer. John Doe. I like how it's two different people. Adrian Andrews.
Objection!
I'd like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at the time? That is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy? How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you she's a woman. Oh! What is the meaning of this? This witness has testified to the following. He always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request, but he's never met Adrian Andrews in person. That's exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Oh my god, the radio is sweating oil. I understand your logic, however, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. It's actually a very male name. I don't think I know a single female Adrian. Adriana? Is Adrian a girl name? Most commonly used, but is used as a... But yeah, feminine versions are Adriana or Adrienne. Adrienne? It is unisex though. The more you know. What radio functions with oil? Are we doing some weird ass steampunk stuff? George's name. No one stated Adrian Andrews' gender. He picked the wrong one to go with. What's going on? Shelley the Killer. You're a murderer that lies? This court demands an explanation. Not a green apple candy. Green apple candy always goes first. I have another apple. I think somehow. What murderer does something illegal like that? I'm lying in court, but you're a murderer. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. Do you remember something different now? Well, let me testify once more. This time you cannot dare to lie to us, Mr. Murderer Assassin Man. I'm male. Murder, two smaller things. Definitely lying. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. As long as he's standing there, across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Hold it!
Didn't you just say you always meet your clients? Some clients who a meeting is simply not possible. Let's go up and confess. You can't badger this a murderer. Let's try to kill him out first. Murderer. Save scum. There.
Take that!
So, what do you think? For all intensive purposes, I am a transfuser radio. That's right, you can't really actually see the evidence. What else if not the bear then? I am too lotiony. I can't open my candy. Good thing I have my craft scissors. Oh wait, craft scissors are garbage scissors. Fine, I just mashed the scissors together until it cut it open like garbage. I need to stop eating all these candies. Okay, I'll try half proof again. I'm okay. I'm not okay. Ryosuke Paul, hello. Sorry, you're watching me currently die. Maybe don't have evidence. I don't think I have proof. I've had proof for everything else in like interjections. I think this is the one where you're just supposed to wait. Waste of time. Right and wrong. Once with no effort. I used that! Mask of time. life. If we do that, you already know how serious the situation will put us in. Get those items to reach us in time.
Hold it!
Business opportunities. Age of information and computers. Electronic mail. Email.
Hold it!
Mr. Attorney. Nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder why you need to push this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... It smells like you're a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one? Incorporate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested for. It is truly that important, I suppose, I don't have much of a choice. Try a figurine. As important as the killing. Let's create a suitcase, and then next, hand it over to my client right away. Leave your client interesting. As you wish.
Hold it!
Give to Miss Andrews. What was it doing there? Waiting for her there? That was also part of the plan by Mr. Guard, I'm sure. It's all sent. Don't even know anymore. Miss Andrews. That's a connection on and strong evidence.
Hold it!
Last one again, then and press it.
Hold it!
See what happens if I say yes. I'll save it before so I can go back. That's our client's face. Which powers testimony. I'm at Matt's room. Sitting there in front of his room, still in the Nickel Samurai costume. Avoid a tip. So you've got a large bowl of cash from Mr. Guard. At the time, he was not wearing his Nickel Samurai mask. Order. Did you remember that? Witness. You did wander as a bellboy. Plenty of tips. That's so wrong. Not my client. He's probably just a very generous person.
Objection!
I'm sorry, but sadly we're not so nearly as generous here. In fact, we receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays. Mine worth by sitting around here prosecuting. Is salary more than enough for one man? In fact, a tip. Come, Mr. Edwards, show me the money. What? Mr. Attorney. Yes? You know, I think your line of questioning has been a little strange. In fact, I would say you don't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client. It's not that at all. I just think lies aren't a good thing, you know? Lies aren't a good thing at all. I think we're on the same page now, are we? Mr. Attorney, remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I am free to cut contact at any time. So it's safe for now. I didn't get any new evidence, though, right?
Hold it!
Now can I do the bear?
Take that!
Are all cases this long? Yes, they're so long.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Let's see. Here. I'm going to watch that soon. I'm gonna say hi for a bit. I personally never played a Phoenix Wright game. I'm currently struggling very hard. The important part is to interrupt the witness as often as possible. Why would she go in the room?
Take that!
Try again though. I think there's something I should be able to present. Miss Andrews going to the recipient of this bear.
Take that!
Something has to match. show the bear again? So, like, there we go. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. Aha, there we go. This item. That's where I'm going. Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? It's gonna burn it for her sake. If the bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note and burned it. That's where she were going, but the fact that suicide note was still inside the bear tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means, Your Honor, it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Order. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before, how I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's enough. If that is your intention, then there's only one thing for me to do. Wait, please, gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please, not that. Please wait, Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand otherwise. What in the Mr. Wright are you? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? I didn't understand this witness's outburst right now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or this is enough? It's enough. Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... Ugh! Prosecution, The prosecution rests. What is going on around here? For context, Maya is kidnapped, and so we're being forced to, like, defend someone that we know is guilty so that she doesn't get killed. The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? We're gonna get not guilty. I never thought I'd see the day. This is the most unusual situation. The evidence is gonna come in time. But for the questions, failed to uphold its stance. And I'm reluctant, I must believe Mr. Killer's testimony is accurate. Killed by starving 3 days in a row. I know. It's killing me a little bit scientifically. Client is Adrian Andrews. Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial right here, right now, then your client will be innocent. Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder. For further questions, we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant Matt and Guard to the stand. Items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time is run out. The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? Can't think you're truly innocent or a good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ha. Is he showing himself now? I don't even... Aren't you still trying to hide your image? Ugh. So I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. On Guard, what an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. What a refreshing like spring breeze. And that refreshing like spring breeze crap is just as atrocious, don't you agree? Get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. This fucking idiot. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? You better get in guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. If I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged with murder. And they full-on just kill them here. If I say he's guilty or not guilty, the choice I make, someone's life is going to end. Where the hell did that class come from? From his ass. I don't fucking know. Amazing question. I suppose it's some of his ninja arts. Doesn't wear shoes. Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. The person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews. Your client is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all that, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right? I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart! Listen to your heart. It is calling for you. Listen to your heart. Ah, throwbacks. Nothing else you can do. My client, Matt on guard, is guilty. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know why. Listen to your heart. Waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Not on guard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Not on guard is... There's the whip! Oh my god! Is she here with the evidence? Franziska von Karma. What are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. She found him. Did you bring them, the final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask Mr. Mount Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. Gumshoe's coat. I apologize for its ugliness, but there's nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? The trial is already over. All that remains for me is to hand down my verdict. I do not believe any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present those pieces of evidence. I grant permission. One rule applies here. If these do not bring any new points, they will not be accepted by the court. If you please. Left by to kill her during his escape from the police. Try to rush, Your Honor. Left 3 pieces of evidence. Save this. Something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. I'm sure of it. Pistol. Can I question for more details? Me. She got shot. Oh. Keep the bullet. Please shoot Franziska. Not going to help us very much. Second piece of this videotape. I can't ask about them. Unfortunately, there was no time to. Okay, this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Came back to his hideout for this. It's gonna be the film of the murder, right? Went back for it? That's right, looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. Somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. No ordinary man. Bellboy's costume. Used during the crime? Almost certain it was. Black leather gloves in one of the pockets. What is it? There's a button missing on this uniform. Button? Very unique. I'm sure if we were able to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Well, I have to present, Your Honor. What is that, Your Honor? I'm sure were we under normal circumstances, these items would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing, it is who is the client. That is correct. These 3 items do not tell us anything about that. The video does.
Hold it!
Your Honor, please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court has already has all the evidence needed to hand down a verdict. That's the end. There's a miracle in this world. They do exist, but you have to make a miracle happen. Try For my sake, just think about it for a second. There are two ways out of this situation for us. Two. The first, make on guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If on guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, he would let Mai go. He's a man who values his duty towards his client above all else. Possible, but if you could make either one happen, it would be a miracle. Doesn't need more evidence. From the other side? Turn things around? Judge said he doesn't need the evidence. Then who does need it? In all the person knows yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth.
Objection!
I've already told you, Mr. Wright, this court's not needing more evidence. I'm not saying it is us who needs the evidence, remember? I still don't know where this is going, but I think it's showing him guard, right? Because we need him guard to change his mind. I want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. One chance.
Objection!
It's impossible to turn the situation around in one try. One try, that's all I will permit. I think that happened to this point. Any way to save Maya while taking guard down at the same time. It has to be in guard.
Take that!
I'd like to show this person.
Take that!
Nope, okay. Ah! There's no, like, way to skip out of it. I think there's a way to skip out of it. No! Wasting my time. Ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. Never saw Mai again. The killer is a man of his word. What? Guilty, of course. Miracle never happened. It was never meant to. Miracle is something that doesn't exist. Come on! I know I failed. Ah! Okay. Continue. Here.
Objection!
I don't think it's him.
Take that!
I was just, yeah. I think I've shown him the tape.
Take that!
Ah! I can't believe I have to sit through this! Do I not show it to On Guard then? But it seems like it has to be On Guard. It has to see it, right? It says either get On Guard dropped as the client, or random bullshit go. He's gonna go and ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. I can read this time now. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. You refuse to see her again? Verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. I don't want to search through this, but I also want to figure it out, you know? Come on. Come on. I think if I fail again, I'm just gonna have to search it to not sit here for God knows how long, re-looping it. Gosh. I'm trying to remember everything that has happened. That's why I realized my phone's dying. I'll try Adrian. I still think I can take out of the 3 pieces. Okay, well, I failed again. Cheating time, go, because this is too much. Phoenix. Right. Bad ending. Bad ending first. Okay. Okay, fine. I can see where the logical leaps come in. But, like, still, it's such a dick move. This is... No, I remember. Okay, fine. It was mentioned so long ago that I forgot. It's a long time ago. Okay. So, yeah, I'll show you. So we're showing it. And the reason I didn't think about him is because he's not fucking here. Shelly the killer. And we have to show him the tape. I know the tape is the tape of the murder. But the whole point, and I forgot, and they mentioned, the whole point of the tape being taken secretly is because Ungard wanted to have the blackmail over Shelly the killer of his face. There's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? If I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape that was found in your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in an attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. Thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client not to watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you were on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at that crime scene. Show it to the radio. I know, that's why it's just so hard to fully logically leave. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who is that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have planted a camera at the scene of the crime would be a client, naturally. That was Aiden Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt Ungard film the crime scene? The reason why he did it is my together is a mess. There's only one real reason your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to blackmail you. You already said it. Your client once told me something very interesting. They were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come on now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say about that, Shelby the killer? Ugh. Ooh! Thank God this radio keeps working while it's exploding. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural, and that's the kind of person they are. Your client is the person who only thinks and thoughts of how to use people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if the traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target for the honor of the tequila name, even if it takes an eternity. And that's how we get Ungard to beg to be in prison. It would follow that I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. What was the point of the Celeste photo? Yes, the affair? I see, that's all I wanted to know. Not even affair, just the ex-boyfriend. The traitor does become the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. Seems like she's gonna be pissed. The trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm sort of don't quite know what's going on. Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. We didn't prove... he's just gonna beg. Mr. On guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You'll finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. Before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape from now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Plead guilty, plead not guilty. Plead guilty. Not in guard. Even though I'm a lawyer. Not make a crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me, my wonderful self, guilty? Even if you got an acquittal the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty, guilty! Oh my god! Okay. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. I don't remember helping you in this. How is Matt on guard? I've left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right now. Whip leather, oh my god. Very good, that was close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes, I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. First time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. I guess she was trying to forgive him for what he did. Is it illness? Gotta admit, didn't expect him to go for self-harm, but okay. Gotta go for the drama. That's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. The two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt. I felt like I had finally been saved. That's the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. This was somehow our therapy session as well. I felt everything else. Everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that's good enough for me. Court is adjourned. You were great out there, Phoenix. It was right, wasn't it? It's the first time you've not gotten your client off. You've gotten them as guilty, but you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived at the final piece of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the final statement on the matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I follow my heart. My client, Matt and guard is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those are your choices. And your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right. Edgeworth. I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Charles, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Mystic Maya is safe. You did it. You really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will always save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh, what's wrong? Miss Von Karma. About earlier, thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed! And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood A man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then... it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? Doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses, the truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy, we claw and scratch for every inch. But we always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me, this man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with is because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma! I don't want to hear the wretched whimperings of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who's destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy! You are unworthy! Unworthy of your... what's the Thor thing? You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. There's something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Gumshoe? There's something else. Isn't that her whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. She's like 17. You should keep this, right? Okay. Nick! Oh, Maya! Eat! Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Why does he look like her grandpa? He's supposed to be like 25. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing there. Whatever, look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. I'm Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Okay, the food. Do not overfeed yourself. That's how we get sick. Where are we going? Food! Nick, food! Grub, chow, I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even if you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Are we gonna have like a feel-good burger eating photo? Don't be silly, Nick. We're eating steak! This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food, so I've decided we must make it up by having another feast! Come on, Nick, food. Hotel. Oh my god. Hey, pal, I'll keep you waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole?! It wasn't even a red light that got him. Did it again, City Boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and it ain't no joke. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now looky here, Mr. Snoopy Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start looking a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Come on now, everyone gather around. Y'all are gonna get here picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. We literally have your camera. She didn't have to buy anyone. Well, at least we can put this messy case behind us. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. Feel good photo. You were the one who saved the day, Detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think the trial would have had a very different ending. Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from Tequila's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of those items in my coat pocket. Her dull one, huh? Been away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? My mind off. 2 whole days. Do a picture. I don't know where it went. That's too bad. Oh, there's the picture in the coat pocket. It wasn't anything important anyway. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a very different location. It's probably busted or something, sir. The jacket. Doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. But you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight, now if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just wanted to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. My love! The whip? Is it? I kind of want to know. I don't want to give him the wrong thing. I want to know. What am I supposed to give him? If it's the whip, that's super fucking funny. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, this is what really happened. Do we get to see this? It is the whip. It's totally the whip. It's totally the whip. Wait, I'll read what happens though then.
Take that!
What's this? Thanks to you. It's all thanks to you too. You and her. You don't need it to thank me. I was only doing my job. Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mr. Kamaya. Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Yeah, I got myself a situation like that. I just bought myself a $3,000 camera, huh? You bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. What? I have your camera. But I feel like screaming.
Objection!
Objection! So Instead of waiting for the other camera, this woman. Okay. Oh! You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. Did we get to find out what really happened then? I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case. Who let the 8-year-old do this? Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. Japan's crazy. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. I'm Maggie Bird. I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joys to the people that come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. He crashed headfirst into things. Alright, poles and all. Fucking hottie. You're here to visit a patient? Director Hottie, ho ho. Recently, yes, that girl you know. I haven't seen her around, yes, but I remember if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack. Didn't matter if I got whipped though. Yes, oh. But I look so pissed. I'm not trying to look so pissed. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. Is that brother gonna get out of the coma? I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. Miss Mo Curls represent. We've got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. What's this strat? Just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this. Really, how long do they plan on making me do this? Ah, but it's Edgy Poo's ideas. That means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? Ah, it was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty. The men who hasn't feel pain and reveal, they can burn with fire if they're dangerous because of the 3 warehouses where they store the scenery that's burning down, causing a huge stink. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Seems like she's gonna just follow, like, Von Karma around. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my home page. May we both be blessed with longevity. International Departures Gate 12. Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here? With this. That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his, I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? Doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska, so many expectations from everyone around me, expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure, such a thing, is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But me, I am no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? Nope, I just thought it'd be funny. I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can, just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways. Franziska von Karma. She's gonna cry? I am Franziska von Karma. I don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this 4th piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Do I just make prosecutors obsessed with me? I guess this is Phoenix. It's a drawing. Nick. Farewell, my turnabout. Alright, I think this is just like a summary of the story, actually. So let me see. Let me see what this says. So this says that what really happened. It began 2 years ago. Matt Angard and Juan Carrita were fierce rivals when it came to acting careers. These two had bumped heads ever since the Nickel Samurai and Jamma Ninja began. The rivalry became more and more fierce and would eventually lead to tragedy due to the death of the lovely manager Celeste in PAX. Celeste became Angard's manager and soon became smitten with him, even falling in love. She hung out with Angard and was very happy to be with him. She thought she had been dating him. One day, however, Angard threw her away. Angard never actually loved Celeste. In fact, he was only using her like a toy and decided he didn't need her anymore. Angard's reveal crushed Celeste's heart. Celeste quit working at Global Studios and moved to Worldwide Studios. There she became Carrita's manager. Celeste took an instant liking to Carrita, and fortunately for her, vice versa. They eventually began a relationship with each other. Celeste was very happy with Carrita, even happier than with Angard. Celeste and Carrita began dating and grew closer and closer to each other, and eventually they decided to get married. Celeste and Carrita announced their marriage, thinking nothing could tear them apart, until 3 days later. Hearing about the marriage, Angard confessed to Carrita about their relationship. This confession prompted Carrita to call off the marriage and leave Celeste, since he wanted nothing to do with anything and anyone who had a history with his fierce rival, especially since Celeste was Angard's ex-girlfriend. Celeste was once again crushed and was eventually overwhelmed with misery. She decided not to move on, but to end it all to prevent her ever being hurt by Angard again. Carrita visited Celeste again and was horrified by what he saw. Celeste had hanged herself, thinking death would be her escape from further mental torment. Carrita noticed that she hadn't left a will or suicide note, so he decided to write one himself, consisting of nothing but Angard's misdeeds. He hid the will, catching the eyes of tabloids. Celeste was a mentor of Adrian Andrews. Andrews was a mentally weak person and didn't know what to do with herself in life. The person she looked up to was Celeste. Andrews was dependent on her and usually imitated her attitude after learning of Celeste's suicide. She was overwhelmed by fear that there was no one to guide her anymore. She decided to follow in her mentor's footsteps and follow her to the grave. She attempted suicide but failed. She attended counseling sessions afterward. She became Angard's manager, whom, unlike Celeste, she did not love at all. Even Angard himself noticed Andrews was the only woman not to swoon over him. Through the 2 years after Celeste's death, the rivalry moved on and continued to grow. Both Angard and Carrita had been continually spying on each other and watching each other's every move. Shows aired at the same time. Their pride consumed their lives. They both fought. Angard was always the victor. His constant victories annoyed Carrita to the point he would ruin the former's career. That day would come at the Hero of Heroes Grand Prix at the Gatewater Imperial Hotel, 2 years after Celeste's death, with unexpected and tragic consequences. Carrita made a plan in case he lost. He would make a spare costume of the Nickel Samurai and wear it to a press conference he arranged. Disguised as Angard, he would confess to the public the misdeeds he had done to Celeste, being such a cruel man. Hearing this, the public would despise Angard, thus ruining his career and refreshing like a spring breeze image. But Carrita also was the one that ended the whole relationship with Celeste just because she was Angard's ex-girlfriend, even though that they were supposed to get married. So it's all ridiculous. Unfortunately for Carrita, Angard was well aware of the plan thanks to his spy cameras. The only thing his camera didn't catch was Carrita forging the note. To make sure the plan wouldn't take place, Angard decided that since Carrita was the only one attending the press conference, there was only one way to stop him, was to kill him. He couldn't do it himself, so he hired professional assassin Shelley to kill her. He accepted the job, thinking Angard trusted him. He didn't. Set up a spy camera to capture the killer in action so he could use it to blackmail him. Carrita lost. He decided to take action, but fate had other plans. He had dinner with Andrews and told her he would be sleeping to cover his tracks. Before paying to kill her, he withdrew with cash. He was spotted. Okay. I think I know the rest of it. I was trying to read it to see if any new information came to insight, because again I had that whole why does he have the photo in such a precious place? There's nothing. We already know. So anyway, I shall leave that there for now. You can already tell on my face that I'm so tired. I think I just made my eyeliner also too spiky, so it's too much trying to force my tired face to look not as tired, which just makes me look more tired. Oh, that's a hot angle. Nothing like squishing out your full like double chin. Alright. My voice is going from all that talking. It's a lot. What's next for Tuesday now that this is done? Oh! Done, you say? Ace Attorney is done. Justice for All is done. But we still have Trials and Tribulations. This is a trilogy set. Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright trilogy. It never ends. It's gonna last for at least probably another couple months. Not gonna lie. Oh shit. The cases don't take an end. Yeah. There are not a lot of cases, but goddamn, some of them take so long. But I will be back tomorrow with... Tomorrow's Wednesday, so tomorrow TFT. I will see you guys then. Thank you so much to everyone that came and hung out. I'm going to very much sleep now. I can have longer extended stream times though now because of all the finishing, the like last minute studying before the test. Until I have to study some more. But for now, we're back on the 3-hour 11:30 to 2:30 streams, and I have updated my schedule now because I'm gonna also try to challenge myself to post like a video on the YouTube a day of my backlog. Especially because Twitch is full, I'm just gonna delete everything soon. So we're just gonna try and get all that on there. I'm tired. Oh. I stayed up too late last night. If you're on the Discord, you'll know why. Anyway, I will head to bed for now. Thank you so much to everyone that came and hung out. If it is morning for you, good morning. If it is night, good night. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!